Hey everybody, Super Sport Rider here. Here's my latest creation I came up with. Ran into somebody that's trying to get into flying. Everybody wants to get into flying for a long time. There's sometimes people never do it. This guy's got this thing in his office, so he says about 8-10 years. It's even make the same one. I found it on Banana Hobby. It's a Guanli, ready to fly, brushed duty plane. But I liked it when I saw it because it's a little cub, but it's very light. And I says, you know what, I could probably do something with it. Let's gut it, and let's put some real equipment in there. Let's see what'll happen, you know. So we're gonna find out what's gonna happen. But what I did put in it is a 480 motor from Mustang or something. It's still in good shape. It spins pretty good. It doesn't really sound like shit. I got a 30 amp in there, E-Flight. I put real servos in there. They're real junk servos, but they're good. They're I forgot what the hell they're from. They're from Nitro planes or something. They're blue. They're garbage, really, but they work. Put real rods in there. Put, you know, big wheels on it. From I think these are from a Spitfire. There's a 9x6 on there. A little banged up, that prop, but I'm not going to wreck a brand new prop. I have one. Let's see what it does. And I cut the ailerons out for it, as you can see here. Because it's a 3-channel plane. 3-channel plane is stupid. You might as well learn to fly yanking back if you're gonna. And it needed a spar. So what we did was we put a Funjet spar. I dug out the foam with the tip of the hot glue gun. I made a channel and I shoved it in there. It actually took care of all that stupid dihedrolet that this plane came with. It leveled it off a little bit. It's probably a little crooked here and there. Let's see what it does. And I had to hot glue the entire ass together. It was then I braced the tail back there. Yes. And the only thing it's not braced, and I did glue the rudder down because it was wiggling over there, but you know what? It's still flexible enough to throw a pole going on the side of it somewhere. And the wind's this way. It's still a tail, I guess a tail dragger, because there is no there's no tail wheel back there, but I bet you it'll steer around with the rudder. The wind's coming from this way. I'm going to put my hat on. I'm going to give this thing a shot, see what goes on. But I want to make sure all my throws are correct. So I just had a tragedy with that yak thing I built. I got destroyed because I didn't check my control directions. Next time I bound it to my radio, it was a tragedy. I worked hard on that. Right up, left up, down, left and right. Okay, so now I'm going to beep it back too because I want this son of a bitch to climb. Let it climb. It's a maiden. Okay, let's see what it does. See how it taxis around anyway. Yeah, it does. It's coming right off the ground there. I can steer it around with no tail wheel. It was on the runway, definitely. Okay, let's do it up. Let's see what she does. 9x6. Super Sport Rider Cub. Oh yeah, that's climbing alright. Is it? Oh yeah. Under power, climbing like crazy. That's because the thrust angle needs to go severely down. That's pulling to the right hard. Let's get it back to us. Let's keep it high, you know. Going to the right hard still. Could be old thrust angle. Still climbing. Guanli. Hey Guanli, what's up, buddy? My friend Guanli. It's like a 3D Cub. It's very light, this thing. It's made out of duty. That's rudder right now. Ruddering right. You give this thing gas, it climbs like a bitch. Well, that's pretty cool so far. Beeps it forward more. Full throttle, climbing like crazy. Look at that. got a lot of power to weight ratio. It's good. I'm gonna run out of forward soon. I adopted this plane from Eddie. You know the deal, Eddie. Get a radio. Let's rudder into the right. Just wind. That's pretty bad, man. That's what I like about it, like a modified cub like that, loose, like that. I don't know if my sport cub on the floor of it is going to do it. I was able to cram a 1300 E-Flight battery in here, the one that came with the sport cub. That's the thing with that stupid sport cub on the floor. Everything in this plane right here is from a sport cub, more or less. And this is what a sport cub should do, and they're pathetic with all the little crap they put in that big plane. Little servos, little motor, little everything. I'll tell you another thing about the flaps and everything. They just weigh the friggin' thing down and they make it bounce on landings for nothing. You don't need flaps on a plane like this. It's just a gimmick. I never put flaps on anything. Stuff like maybe the P-47 might do well with flaps. It landed like that. It would land this thing. There's a little trim on this plane. It off. I don't know what to do with DG anyway, that's just much the battery's going forward. There's a spectrum in here, receiver. Playing a rudder. Pretty awesome ass shit. Let's put it down. Probably fly a long time too. I don't know about this thing being any kind of trainer fatty. Hey, you're a dick, Christopher. I'm a dick. All this room, I could have took it round and around and around until... But no, I have to land it past myself 100,000 feet. No, it's fine. Because I'm a dick. I'm going to have a redo. There's plenty of battery in this thing left. I know. It's a durable model. I've seen people destroy these things and they keep flying. So who knows the prop damage, who knows a lot of damage. Check out control horn, good services again. I'm gonna pick it up again. Maybe that's why she flopped over, because of the duty. Okay, let's see if I can get it rolling and pull back all the way. It was rudder that saved me there. Get it low early this time. She's down. That's what I meant to do that. Son of a bitch. That's the secret of landing, people. Get it low, far away from you. Because if you pass yourself 30 feet over your head on a dive, it's only going to build up speed and land a long far away from you where you can't see it. Low early is the trick if you could. A lot of times, you know, I'll hit a bush or something coming in low early, somewhere like that, at that flying field. But that's the trick, low early. Low and slow early, and then keep it up and put it down. Alright everybody, this thing was a pretty much success so far. We'll take a good look at it now. What the... camera off here so we can see what's going on. There's a 480 motor in there. Worked that well. There's a 9x6 on here. It's a stock landing gear. Those are those blue nitro plane servos. I didn't cut it out. It's too thin to cut out. I just pushed real hard. It made a nice impression. I shoved the hot glue on there nice, and it's on there. It's not going nowhere. And plus, I put the servo leads out here this way in case I had to change them. I didn't have to take off my wing now. The servo, I found a very long Y harness, so that worked out well. I forgot what's in here. It's a regular Spectrum 6-channel, 600 or something in there, and everything's braced up so it flies well. It's a little twitchy, but I think it's trimmed up, and it was a success, and I'm happy about it. Had some blender and tape up here I put for how to cut them out. They came with prints where you can see like fake ailerons, fakerons. So I cut out the fakerons, and then they got hot glue hinge also. It's a hot glue hinge, which was good enough. Then I had some Blenderm around, so I put some Blenderm on there, and then I painted it yellow. I painted it yellow because the hot glue, you could see it looked like duty. It turned all black from my dirty cigarette smoking fingers as I was rubbing the hot glue off. It turned all black, and everything's all black over there too. So, but you know, the beautification process is something that I like to do. As we see, my Sport Cub over here was mangled, nose off mangled, the decapitation right over here. And you know, I was brand new. It was actually the maiden day. I destroyed it, being a douche. Excuse my French. And I vowed, because it was maiden day, you know, and I loved the Sport Cub when it was new. It was cool. I said, I gotta fix this plane up, man. So you know, I started painting it up, and you can't match up that paint. It's ugly anyway. I found this beautiful Rojo de Seguridad. That's Mayor Bloomberg in Spanish. Rojo de Seguridad is security red. That's what it said on the thing. Back here, man, check it out. I patched that up real nice over there because that's duty. That thing. First of all, the tail twisted itself just from impact in the front. The tail was all mangled back there. It was all loose and shot. So I said, you know what? Let's glue it up and we'll patch it up and paint it up. And I got it back there locked in. This whole thing's locked in. It's very locked in. It's probably a lot more locked in than your Sport Cub is. There's a little more paint job back there to make it perfect, that V. But you know what? You don't see it in the air. I painted every spot of this plane except for some of the white. Most of the white on the wings isn't done. All the red. It's all redone with security red. It's like a nice thick. Actually hit my wing. It's my stucco ceiling on, taking it off the wall. I was like, oh no! I didn't even chip it into stucco. So stuff is like ridiculous. They use it for some buildings, office buildings, on the handrails. This is handrail paint. So if you can handle handrails, it'll handle. It's a thick, nice, beautiful shell. Loving it. All right, Super Sport Rider out. We're going to see this plane fly next.